Alright, I know that was a lot to take in, but bear with me. It is relative. Okay, moving on. So now that we see that this is not talking about the normal men, okay, this is still talking about the sons of God who, after the rebellion, because there was a time on this planet, as I stated, that Atlantis is a remembrance of, that when the sons of God were working for the good of men, and Atlantis is the remembrance of that time. And take note that the further we go back in history, the more exquisite the architecture, the more exquisite the understanding of science, the more beautiful the art, and the more higher understanding of spiritual things, and also an understanding and a longing for an afterlife. That all is more prevalent the further you go back in history. You know, modern man's view of history cannot explain, using the modern understanding of men being so primitive, that they were the ones that were to form these civilizations. Well, these men were normal men, did not form the civilization. Men of a higher spiritual understanding who were sent to this world formed these civilizations of the past, and with them those arts of culture and sciences. But as I stated, while that work was being done, rebellion took place on this world. And those now are these spirits that are on this world, that have been born on this world as a result of that rebellious decision for these men and women to begin procreating with the normal men and women of the realm. And as they did that, it resulted in an abandonment of the original plan, which was to reveal the spiritual nature of man and the fatherhood of God, the brotherhood of man under that fatherhood of God first, before the material arts and the crafts were revealed to man. But that rebellion aborted that plan, okay, due to Lucifer, this light bearer. Okay, he is the one that has caused this. So that part is not fantasy or mythology. Lucifer is a very real personality. So he's the reason for the rebellion. He is the one that was the overseer of the plan of these sons of God that come to these planets. So that is the reason why they themselves rebelled, or even a third of these sons of God and angels and otherwise rebelled, because they themselves, they knew no other higher representation of divinity in the universe than Lucifer. To them, Lucifer was the emissary of God, the unseen Father that resides at the center of all things. So when Lucifer himself lost faith, because remember, no man might see the face of God and live. That's a hint to you that tells you that the Father is at the center of all things. He being perfect and you being imperfect, just by that understanding, you are at a distance so far away from the Father that it results in that eternity of space between us and his eternal destination of paradise. Well, Lucifer himself did not see the face of God. He was only told by the Ancient of Days and the Most Highs, which you hear so much about in the Bible, but you fail to understand that they are an actual created divinity race of beings, of spiritual beings that oversee the material realms. There is a hierarchy up there that all of you are so sorely lacking in your understanding. So with that rebellion, we find out that these beings that were sent here have lost their immortality. Now they're searching for it. So let's go over here to the book of Enoch. And it says, beseeching me to write for them a memorial of supplication, that they might obtain forgiveness, and that I might make the memorial of their prayer ascend up before the God of heaven, because they could not themselves thenceforwards address him. Now notice, something has happened. Now they can't reach heaven, and they need Enoch to send the message.